Y'all got more time. We got more time too.
Neymar.
Yeah. That's still kind of early. It's only...
So I want to touch on what when the old boy came up here, talking about what does color have to do with it, right? What does color have to do with anything? We didn't come up with that concept. They came up with that concept. The world didn't even go by color for most of the time we've been here, right? So let's read this out of the
Talking about race.
Yeah, talking about race.
The invention of race. The concept of race, as we understand it today, involves, alongside the formation of the United States.
Alongside what?
The United States.
While they was making the United States, this is when they was coming with this concept of race. Because you got to understand that Esau was pissed off. Because he had been in the Middle Ages, the Dark Ages, for 1,000 years. So when he said that when he was going to come back with a vengeance on us, did he not? The Lord said he got vessels fitted for destruction. So when they came back during the Renaissance era, or what they call the Illuminated era, what they do? They came back with a vengeance after they kicked the so-called, what they call the Jews and the Moors out of Spain. Read?
He said, and was deeply connected with the evolution of two other terms.
What's those terms?
White and slave.
White and what?
Slave.
White and slaves. We didn't come up with those terms. We didn't come up with the term to call ourselves slaves. So who came up with the term white and black? Or white and Negro? Or white and nigger? We didn't come up with those terms, did we? I think in Acts 13 and 1. We didn't come up with those terms. They came up with those terms. So when I asked a so-called white man, how you doing? You doing all right? You know your nationality? Black African American, right? They talk. I don't even know what they talk. They teach that in school. I don't even know. They just came here. That's what y'all are, right? And this is what we going into. We out here teaching who we are, bro. You know what I'm saying? We on the pavement, man. So you stop and listen for a minute, because you said two different terms. If you ask a Chinese man, what would he say his nationality was? He gonna say Chinese. You ask a Ethiopian, what's their nationality? What they gonna say? They gonna say Ethiopian. They gonna say wherever they're from. Where are black people from? What country?
So surely we should do our job at the childhood.
Is it a land of black?
Create a shade tree for somebody that's never shaded.
You ask the Chinese, they're gonna say Chinese, and you can go to China. If you ask an Ethiopian, they're gonna say Ethiopian, and you catch a flight to Ethiopia. Why would you ask us? We got Negro, nigga, African American, colored, everything under the sun. Asiatic, black man, all of it, or more. Why we got so many? Give me Jeremiah 17 and 4. It's a reason for this, little bro. And that's why we got to come out here and teach our people, because by us not knowing who we are, we liable to do anything. All right, little bro. So we got to teach our people who they are, according to the Most High God, not according to the so-called white man. Because the white man said we were black and they were white. But it's a reason for that thing. Read this. None of that.
Jeremiah 17 and 24. And 4.
Oh, yeah, we good then. We good.
And thou, even thyself, shall discontinue from I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve the a fire in mine anger, which shall burn forever.
So the reason why my people, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, don't know who they are is because we made the Most High God angry. They then we lost our heritage. Yeah. He took away the heritage that he gave us. So now we run around talking about we Negroes, niggas, African Americans, colored, and everything under the sun. We ain't, how can a king be a king and he don't know who he is? You got African people telling their people, don't go over, they're telling their women, don't go over to America and date no black man. It's an African woman told me this. Because how can he help you do anything with your children if he don't know who he is? How can a man that don't know who he is, help you raise some children? This is what they tell them. But to a certain extent, they're right. You can raise them, but are you going to pass down anything of importance to them if you don't know who you are? No. That's why it's paramount that we are who we are. And so-called black, Hispanics, and Native Americans, right? That's right. Because read some more. That's why people walking around. The white man say it's Christmas time, everybody go get broke. The white man say it's Valentine's time, it's time to be broke. He says Easter time, it's time to go get some eggs and Easter bunnies and Easter baskets and go listen to the false pastor.
That's right.
Everything that the white man tell you to do, they do it. You can't even drive that damn road right now because everybody's scrambling to go buy some Christmas presents. And who they use from our people? The woman. Finish that off quick. We're going to touch on it.
The word race, white, and slave were all used by Europeans in the 1500s.
In the what?
1500s.
They didn't get back in power to the 14?
Yeah,
1419, around there?
Yeah.
By 1492, that's when Cristo. And then they came over here and they started implementing this right here.
And they brought these words with them to North America. However, the word did not have the meaning that they have today. Instead, the need of the developing American society would transform those words' meaning into new ideas.
So they came and they also brought the word Indian, which means savage. They also brought the word Puerto Rico, which these words over here as bywords against us, because they had to tell their people that it wasn't nothing but savages over here. But even Charles Manson, did y'all know that Charles Manson he said white people are rotten.
This is from
It's Charles Manson. They say he a serial killer, but they act like he's crazy. But he said the realest stuff I ever heard. He said that white people are rotten and black people follow them. He said that black people want to wear their clothes, wear their shoes, talk like them, and act like them. He said, why would you want to do that when you a God?
When you a what?
When you a God.
When you a what?
When you a God.
He's called us gods.
And he said the white man wanted to make us into men. He said, why would you want to be a man when you a God?
Come on, bring it out, Dick.
That's real stuff.
Yeah.
Why would you be imitating your oppressor?
And what the scriptures tell us, envy thou,
Not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways. You must think you're a savage if you got to imitate another savage.
Come on, bring it out.
Because the Most High said, we are kings, we are gods. But men don't fall. But we gonna die like men.
That's right.
But he did say we were gods, right? But you gonna die like a man.
That's right.
Why? Because we hard-headed.
Bring it out.
Be hard-headed, man. And like, I wish that they let their sister come back over here so I could show her something. Because the reason why she was so ready to defend Esau, the white man, when he didn't even want to answer a simple question. Look, you see how that turned into hate?
Yeah.
All I did was ask him a question. I said, who came up with the color concept? They came up with the color concept.
Right.
Then when questioned about it, that has nothing to do with it. It has everything to do with it. Read this, y'all. This is why the sisters so quick to jump up to save the white man right here. This is out of the Willie Lynch.
This is out of the Willie Lynch letter, page 17.
What's the title?
The breaking process of the African woman.
Of the black woman.
Done.
The breaking process of the black woman. The breaking Elder brought out how they were breaking the bucks. This is the process of breaking the black woman. Your mama, your grandmama, your great-grandmama, your great-great-grandmama.
Done.
Read.
Take the female and run a series of tests on her.
You think they not running this series of tests still to this day?
To this very day.
They always running a series of tests. Can we trust that nigga right there? Can we take, they'll leave something out for you, see if you try to steal it. They'll do it today. They'll leave something out, see if the nigga don't steal it. They tested her too, testing her loyalty to the so-called white man. Read on.
To see if she will submit to your desire willingly.
Now I want to tell everybody something. One of the tests, the Lord said, don't lead your children to pass through the fire of Malak, right?
That's right.
So these wicked holidays, we're trying to tell people. I told women directly, this is a pagan holiday. If you love the Lord, don't stress yourself out about Christmas.
Right.
You think they're going to listen to a man of the Lord? Didn't the scripture say, ye men of Israel, hear these words? It's a reason why they didn't try with us.
That's right.
Because the Lord say, ye men of Israel, hear these words. So who the weaker vessel? Who the serpent go to?
Woman.
Let's see.
Test her in every way.
In what?
In every way. Because she is the most important factor for good economics.
Hold on. Tell me where I'm lying at. It's these, we gonna read it again. It's these holidays for spiritual enlightenment or worship of God, or are they for good economics? When your mama go and spend up all her money for Christmas, is that for Jesus? Or is it for good economics?
Economics.
All these Christmas sales, are they for Christ or are they for good economics?
Economics.
Read that part again.
Test her in every way. Because she is the most important factor for good economics.
The woman, the black woman, is the most important factor for good economics. But we out here, we playing. We hate. If we do hate, we got a right to hate. Look what they did to our woman.
Bring it out. Made them weapons against us.
Made them weapons of mass destruction against us. So we do hate the white man. We got a right to hate the white man.
That's
we didn't
right.
train his woman up and run a series of tests on her to see if she was going to be a good lawyer. Oh, this man Don Juan probably did.
If she showed any signs of resistance,
Any sign.
any signs of resistance, and submitting completely to your will, do not hesitate to use a bullwhip on her to extract the last bit of bitch out of her.
Oh, read it again.
Read that again. They ain't catch that.
If she shows any signs of resistance and submitting completely to your will, do not hesitate to use a bullwhip on her to extract that last bit of bitch out of her.
Oh, the white man can do that to his sister. But we can't say nothing to her.
That's right.
This is why we can't say nothing to her. He done extracted the last bit of bitch out of them for him. And they bring it all to us. So they don't bitch at him, but they want to bitch at us. What the sister should have did was turn to that white man and cursed his ass. But instead, she turned to the brother, her own brother, and said, I was hate. Sister, do you know where the hell we are? We in the land of hate.
That's right.
All this place is hate. Ain't nothing but racism and hate in the world. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So, but who the most hated on this planet?
We are. It's real.
But we ain't got no right to feel no type of way. No, just grin and bear it after we done beat your forefather. But this is the part, I gotta bridge this gap. We always talk about the past as if this stuff still ain't happening today. When has the so-called white man stopped doing the atrocities that he been doing?
Ain't gonna stop.
Never. Look, I gives a damn about Palestine and Israelis, right? But they just showing that they are the son of perdition. because he got to be revealed. The whole world saying stop, stop, stop. And Israel saying, and America saying, no, no, no. They are bombing indiscriminately those Palestinians.
Everyone, please move to the south.
Move to the south. Boom, boom, boom. Move to the north. Boom, boom, boom. But we teaching hate. The goddamn Netanyahu.
We teaching hate, but they dropping bombs.
They dropping bombs. We ain't dropping damn bombs.
All praise to y'all.
But Netanyahu said he's going to blow them off the face of the planet. Hamas. He say Hamas, but he really means Palestinians.
That's what he said.
He said it before he got back in office.
Yep.
He said it when he got back in office. Think a plan? And they talking about October 7th. What about October 8th on to right now? But we teaching hate. We ain't dropped nail bomb and shot nail bullet at nobody. We ain't lynched or hung nobody. We ain't murdered nobody innocently. But yet we teaching hate. Well, you goddamn right I'm teaching hate.
And we still got
I'm hating the evil that's going on around here. I'm hating the hatred of the Most High God that's going on around here.
That's right.
Wake them up.
You're damn right I hate the atrocities that is happening to my people.
Bring it out.
I hate the fact that we got to correct our people on who they really are because they've been dumbed down here in America. And going to that point, the critical race theory is just a piece of history. That shows you who the white man is. He don't want you to know nothing about your own history. That's why he taught you false Christianity. He don't want you to know nothing about your history because it'll make you wake up and remember who you are.
That's right.
That's the true awakening. When the Israelites are renewed back to their status of being a nation. But instead, our sisters hate us more than anybody.
That's right.
But we understand why. Because the white man taught them to.
That's right.
Read out.
Take care not to kill her, for in doing so, you spoiled good economics. When in complete submission, she will train her offspring in their early years to submit to labor when they become of age.
Now, why we can't get our women to be in complete submission and they say they love us. But we take the bull whip to their back, we go into prison for domestic violence. You better ask all these brothers going to jail, trying to put their woman in complete submission. You better let her go. Well, I think you better let it go.
Because it looks
Like another love TKO. Esau got them. Your woman can't submit to you in the spirit. Esau got her, man. And this is why he got her. Like, we not mad. We know who we are. We know what's going on. So we ain't mad at nobody. But if we was in a hateful mood, don't we got it right too? Now what's Esau's problem? Why Esau hate so much?
Because he didn't get us to forgive him.
But first of all, this is a big problem for our people. He's a psychopath.
That's right.
Say, but we over here talking to Esau, right? And you have our people be like, why aren't you talking to him like that? When has the goddamn white man asked for any forgiveness?
No.
When has he asked for forgiveness? Why aren't you trying to stop his, you know you're glutton for punishment. You know they gluttons for punishment. Why are you trying to get in the way? I see why the law in there about a sister, if she get in the middle of a fight and grab a brother stones, she gonna get it.
Exactly.
Because they want to jump in something they ain't got no business. This is between the men. Let us handle our business. You know what I'm saying? We gotta handle our business. And sister's supposed to be supporting.
That's right.
Not coming against us, jumping in a way, trying to save the white man. He don't need saving. He needs destruction. That's what he needs.
He needed bad.
Understanding is the best thing.
Hold up. Don't the scripture say, with all that getting, get what?
Understanding.
So what the white man say?
Understanding is the best thing.
Sister, don't y'all believe getting understanding is the best thing?
Hey, sister,
So that's
before y'all
what-
leave, can we get y'all a flyer?
Huh?
Y'all mind taking a flyer?
Flyer?
Yeah, just some flyer with information on it.
Oh, yeah.
That's what we out here for. We trying to give understanding.
Okay, good.
Because I see y'all love y'all brothers. Y'all love y'all brothers.
Absolutely.
just for stopping you so long. And we're trying to show, we literally was in the middle of showing what they did to our sisters in the Willie Lynch that made them act like this towards us.
Okay.
Go back to that. Yeah. You guys, you guys, yeah. Because this white man, so-called white man, came up here, right? And I started asking, who came up with the color system? And he was like, color has nothing to do with it. Color has nothing to do with it. The sister said, no, why you hating? Why you talking to me? I just asked him a question. And I wanted to show why our sisters do that, to come save him. We were having a discussion. He didn't need no saving. The white man never asked for forgiveness for nothing that he has done to anybody. So why is we over here trying to give him forgiveness and save him when we ain't did nothing to him? And it's the Most High gonna handle everything, right?
Right. But I have a quick question.
Uh-huh.
So we have a question. We've been having this debate. And so it kind of coincides with what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
So when you say the white man has not asked for forgiveness, you're saying white man in general speaking.
In the nation
The nation
of Esau.
Okay. So, with that being said, when you speak and say that the white man has not asked for forgiveness, that does not speak to all white people. And I'm not in defense of, because I know there is a lot of question, you know,
Yeah,
white
Isaiah 14:21.
that have not asked for forgiveness or anything like that, but then there's some of that ask for forgiveness for things.
Well, let me clear it up. When I say white people, I'm talking the whole nation of them. French, German, British, Americans, Australians, everywhere they went, they stole the lands up. They are not even really, they say they're Americans, they stole this land from the Native Americans and us. They say they're Australians, they stole Australia from the indigenous people there. They stole Hawaii, they stole Britain, they stole Germany. They are vagabonds. They go around, they conquer people, and they steal their stuff. As a nation, now let me finish. As a nation, they stick together. Whether they call themselves Americans, French, British, or whatever, don't they got the EU, European Union? And America runs the European Union, right? They're the only nation of people that stick together. They broke up the Arabs, they broke up the Africans, they broke us up, the Israelites, got us thinking we different people. So when I say white people, I mean the nation of it. And I can answer that with the scriptures.
Okay, so with that being said, how does God, because we are all under God's creation and all of that. So I just want understanding, because if God loves all of us,
Never said that, sis.
okay,
You want to run through John 3:16 right quick?
for God so loved the world
You want to run through that right quick?
that
Let's go through the
let's go.
scripture. Yeah, let's read this first to prove that God does not love everybody. Because this is the thing. You bucking, I'm reading Bible. See, this is what I'm trying to tell you. Through that Willie Lynch, they taught us Christianity too. So how the people that took us into slavery going to teach us religion when they're not even religious people?
Well, I don't think they taught us religion.
They did teach us religion. They took a black man from when we were slaves, took one of us, sat him up with the slave Bible in Christianity, and that's why half our people think that the Bible is a white man book, as it is, but it's not a white man book, it's an Israelites book.
That's right.
It's the book of the Israelites. See, now I just asked this question today. They think that they use the Bible to control us, right? How can you take this book, what they do, beat us with it?
Yeah.
They didn't beat us with no book. They beat us with a bullwhip.
Right.
But what they did was, this is our book. So they knew we would adhere to it because it's ours. You can't take this book and make it equate to nobody else on the planet but us. The people who wrote this book are Israelites. Every single person that wrote in this book are Israelites, no other nation of people. Christ was an Israelite. Moses was an Israelite. Paul was an Israelite. They tell you their lineage right in the Bible. Christ was from the tribe of Judah. Paul was from the tribe of Benjamin. Moses was a Levite, him and Aaron. The Levitical priesthood runs through them. Everybody, the genealogies of everybody. Now it speaks on everybody because God created everybody. But this book is from the Israelites' point of view. The same way if you went to American history class and you were to learn about American history, you're going to learn American history from the Americans' point of view. American-Spanish War. If you're in America, you're not going to learn the Spanish point of view. You're going to learn the Americans' point of view. So this is our history from our point of view. They took it when they took us. And they took all our books and all our treasures from the temple. They talk about it over and over and over. Titus took our stuff. They got an arch of Titus commemorating them taking our stuff. The menorah's ours. This right here, this is ours. The shield of David, this is ours. Read this. Read this.
This is the book of Malachi, chapter 1, verse 1. The burden of the word. Where's the light? Thank you. The burden of the Lord, Shilaki, the burden of the word of the Lord to Israel by Malachi. I have loved you, said the Lord. Yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, said the Lord? Yet I have loved Jacob, and I hated Esau.
He did what?
Hated Esau. And laid his mountain and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness.
So the Lord said he hated Esau.
Wait, that was Malachi what?
1 and 1. Started at 1 and 1.
I got a question. Hey, when you look this up, this is the Spaniards enslaving the Spaniards conquest, right? Look close. He got the cross, pushing it on the slaves as he enslaved them. They got the cross.
Oh yeah.
So they did. So as we learn in the
Those
Bible,
missions.
they're beating it on us and telling us certain scriptures out the Bible, confusing us, thinking that they are the right teachers and what they're saying to us is the right thing. And that's how he kept it that way. The whole time. Famous scripture.
Give me Jeremiah 17 and 4. It's a reason why they was able to do this. Because we disobeyed God and the commandments that he gave us. And when you do that, like let's go through some simple commandments. Thou shalt not steal, right? First, thou shalt not put no other God before me. For I am the Lord thy God, which have brought you out of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. That's Exodus 20 and 1 and 2, right? That's the first commandment. Don't put no other gods before me. How many people put white Jesus as their God? A lot. How many people? How many people is worshiping a woman? How many people is worshiping their car? You can worship anything. American. How many people worshiping Beyonce?
Man.
You know what I'm saying? But this is what people are doing. And God said, put no other gods before me. You know what I'm saying? And then thou shalt not steal. If I steal from you, sister, would you ever trust me again? If I kill somebody that you love, would you ever trust me again? When we start breaking the simple commandments, we lose trust in each other. And if we lose trust in each other as a nation, we don't have a nation no more. So then we're open up to other nations coming and taking us into slavery and to do as they will with us. So, read this out.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 17, verse 4. And thou, even thyself, shall discontinue from thy inheritance.
We're going to do what?
Discontinue from my inheritance.
Why?
That I gave thee.
Lord gave us our inheritance.
And I will cause thee to serve thy enemies in the land which thou knowest not. For ye have kindled a fire in my anger, which shall burn forever.
We kindle the fire in the Lord's anger that burns forever when we break his laws, statutes, commandments. So when Moses came off the mountain and gave the Israelites the laws, statutes, commandments, he gave them the blessings and he gave them the curses. If we keep them, we get the blessings. If we break them, we get the curses. Within those curses, Deuteronomy 28 and 68, it said that we would go back into slavery by way of slave ships. You know? So, the people that was going to do that is the people that have us right now. Get that for me. Read this out.
Romans 9:1. Yes. Okay. This goes back into talking about him being oppressing us. So this is Habakkuk 2 and 5. Ye also, because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied. But gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people.
So he created all the nations and all the people, right? Sister, you got a favorite pair of shoes? I know you got many shoes, though. Do you have a...
Probably
I'm finna bounce to the point, because I know what the sisters want. Do you have a favorite pair of shoes? And you don't care what nobody think. They all your shoes, but the ones you like best, that's your decision, right? That's the same thing with the Most High. He made 18 different nations, but he chose one nation. And he gave that nation stipulations. Deuteronomy 76. Deuteronomy 76 for the sister. And we're going to get the stipulations for that nation that he chose. And we're going to line it up and see if that nation, because we can prove that we are that nation.
Okay, this is why we came up.
Okay.
So my question, well, it's not really a question because I feel how I feel about it, but are people of color superior to white people?
Let's get it. Right here.
Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
See, when they say holy, since we God's people, the Creator's people, we are supposed to be separate from everybody else. And let me tell you a tidbit. We are the only people who truly worship one God when we do it correctly. Everybody else in the world are pagans. Every religion in the world is pagans, including Christianity. In the Catholic Church, do they worship Mary? Saint Peter? Saint Paul and Saint this and Saint that and saints you ain't never heard of. The Lord told us to worship him. We don't worship Christ. That's our king. That's our brother. That's why he said it behooved him to be made like it to his brother. So we don't worship Christ, but we know that's our head. That's how we got to be like Christ. And I truly understand it, because for you to be like Christ, you have to not hate your people.
That's right.
That's what Christ is here for. That's the example that he set. It wasn't about, forget everybody else for a minute. We'll talk about them in just a second. But amongst our community, do we love each other? Because we don't have on Christ. They teaching another Christ. You know what I'm saying? They taught us another Christ that says God loves everybody. But that's a lie. God loves his people. Finish this out, huh?
But that's where I'm
finna get you. I got you.
Yeah, let's finish this, sis.
We got you. I got you, sis.
I'm going to read it from the top again.
I got you.
For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
16.
The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
Above everybody. Keep reading though for the sister.
The Lord did not set his love upon you, nor choose you, because ye, from 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth. The Lord did not set his love upon you, nor choose you, because ye were more in number than any people, for ye were the fewest of all people. But because the Lord loved you, and because he would keep the oath which he had sworn unto your father, hath the Lord brought you out with a mighty hand, and redeemed you out of the house of bondmen.
So the Lord loves us. That's his prerogative. You cannot get mad because he don't love everybody else. You don't know what they have tried to do to him by doing it to us. That's the thing, sis. You got to change your thinking.
no.
Sis, hold on. 2nd Esdras 6 and 52. Because, 2nd Esdras 6, this was Deuteronomy 7 and 6. I'm going to show pre-programming. It's nowhere in the world where everybody loves everybody. Nowhere in the world. Even the white man don't even love the white man. That's why Russia and Ukraine fight. That's why Israel and Palestine fight. We want to love and forgive everybody and all those people. It's in the Bible that all those nations came against us to make us forget who we are.
That, whatever they're doing,
It's no, because this is the reason why I got to say that. Because the reason why we got a problem, because we keep worrying about them. We talking about us. That's what we talking about. That's what Christ was talking about. And we'll go ahead and show you that. Read this.
6 and 56. This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 6, verse 56. And it reads, you said that in spirit of their great number.
You want it from 54? From Adam? 2nd Ezra chapter 6, verse 54.
Hold on. Let me get this information, man.
Okay, this is 2nd Ezra, out of the Apocrypha, chapter 6, verse 54. And after these, Adam, also whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all.
So all the people come from Adam before the flood. And even the ones after, Noah and his 3 sons, which repopulated the whole earth, come from Adam. So everybody come from Adam, right?
And the people also whom thou hast chosen.
Plus the people who thou hast chosen. See, this is a book of the chosen. This is what they not teaching. It's a book of the chosen. Read on.
All this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sake. As for the other people,
As for the who?
for the other people,
Ezra was an Israelite. So he said, as for the other people,
which also come of Adam,
also come of Adam.
thou hast said that they are nothing.
Hold on. What did he say?
They are nothing.
What did he say?
They are nothing,
But what?
but be unto spittle, and has likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel.
Read on.
And now, O Lord, behold these heathen, which have ever been reputed as nothing.
You know what a heathen is?
yeah.
What's a heathen?
A heathen is somebody pretty much that goes against, like rules.
The heathen is everybody who's not an Israelite. That term comes from the Bible, from the Israelites. So we called everybody else heathens. If you wasn't us, we called you a heathen because we God's people. And when we in order with the Most High God, we in order as a nation. So we called everybody else heathen. They do paganism. They doing paganism right now. Christmas is pagan. It's a Babylonian religion, and we in Babylon right now.
So why? Tell me why God created all the other people. and
For
not
our
just-
sakes.
Why?
Because we supposed to be ruling over them. So ask yourself, why are we the last on the totem pole? The very last, not in the middle. Read it. Read on. Not in
I
the
read
middle.
right here, that's going to drive home your previous point. Ever be reputed as nothing, have begun to be lords over us and to devour us.
So because we didn't listen to the Lord, they start being lords over us because we going against our God. Watch this.
This is the book of Amos, chapter 3, verse 1. Hear these words that the Lord has spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying,
What did he say?
you only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore I will punish you for all your iniquity.
He only known us. He made them for our sakes. So we can be ruling over them because we supposed to be teaching them how to walk in the ways of the Lord.
I can't. I don't.
So you believe Christianity, which says it comes from the Bible, but it does not come from the Bible. Christianity does not come from the Bible. Christianity comes from Babylon.
That's right.
This holy trinity that they talk about is Semiramis, Nimrod, and Tammuz. They're getting ready to celebrate Christmas for Tammuz's birthday, not Jesus' birthday.
That's right. That's right.
Easter is Semiramis, the queen of heaven. That's their holiday. Halloween is the devil's day. Valentine's is pagan. All this stuff comes from a people who was mad at us for being chosen. See, we got to understand these people ain't right. They never been right, and they're never going to be right because they were made to be vessels fitted for destruction. They was made to punish us when we went against the Most High God, and vice versa. So when their time comes, we're going to be the ones that's going to punish them. But we have to be right first. Read this. That's right, sis. That's right.
Listen to this. Listen to this. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 10, and verse 1. Hear ye the word of the Lord speaking unto you, O house of Israel. O house of Israel.
See how I keep pointing out Israel? It keeps talking about the house of Israel. Watch when he say the house of Israel.
Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen.
He's telling us to learn not the way of the heathen. They forced it on us. Where's my book? No, this right here. This is the Native Americans going into slavery. We know we went into slavery. We got slave books, all types of stuff. They want you to forget about this one though, the Native Americans. And then they commemorate Thanksgiving, acting like they was friends. This is the people that we are up under. When have they stopped lynching us? They stopped lynching us in the forest and started lynching us in the streets. And then they hold, give me Zechariah 11:5. Then they hold themselves not guilty. I just seen another one in Mississippi. They on camera beating and killing us, and they still getting held not guilty because we are under their domain at this time. Read on.
And be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathens are dismayed with them.
Don't when it's about to be eclipse, they always, ooh, it's the eclipse. Oh my God, it's the eclipse. They shooting star. Do y'all see it? Let's go burn our retinas out looking at something we shouldn't be looking at. But he told us, don't be dismayed at the signs of heaven. The reason why they dismayed, they looking for Christ to come back. Because they know what's going to happen. We looking for Christ to come back. We waiting and we chilling, just like the slaves were singing, sweet, low, sweet chariot coming forth to carry us home. They over here getting ready with an $886 billion military budget. Read on.
It says, for the custom of the people are vain.
This stuff that they're doing right now is vain. All the stuff here in America is vain, is vanity. You're not going to gain nothing from it. Nothing from it, this place. Read.
For one cutteth a tree out of the forest.
Uh-oh. The Bible talk about that too? He cut a tree where?
Out of the forest. You hold on, Nick. Stop. You made me listen. Stop. It's time to have for the custom of the people are vain. For one cutteth a tree out of the forest, and the work of the hand of the workman with an axe. Then it says, they deck it with silver and gold.
What tree they talking about? What tree Jeremiah talking about? Way back in the day that they was going in the forest getting it, decking it with silver and gold. What they doing today? The Christmas tree. Now, the lynching tree.
They did that.
They did that. We are the Lord's treasure, so they did decking with silver and gold. The Christmas tree. We've been warned about Easter and Christmas a long time ago. Jeremiah was talking about it. Read on.
It says, and they fasten it with nails and with hammers, that it move not.
Because this stuff been going on since the time of Nimrod and Babylon. So now we are in modern day America, which is the virgin daughter of Babylon, doing the same stuff. And he's been warning us about that this whole time. And why are we doing it? Because we went into slavery. So they wiped away our history and knowledge itself. That's why they brought us on the slave ships. They separated the families, put the brother in Tennessee, put the sister down in Mississippi, so they couldn't speak, and forbid them to speak their language, forbid them to read and write. And then in the 1500s, in the 1800s, they broke out the slave Bible. You know what the slave Bible is? The slave Bible, if you look it up, it's missing most of the Old Testament, except for some of Psalms and some of Proverbs, and most of the New Testament. And then they forbade us from reading and writing. You know what they're saying? Because we were going through it, they're saying that you want to hide something from a Negro and put it where? Well, in the book, right? Well, we ain't gonna be able to forbid them forever. So we gonna tell them what's in it. How many people you know read the Bible? Like really, really study and read the Bible. They talk that good talk, don't they? But they'd rather go to church and let the pastor tell them whatever. But do they not know that for that church to have a 501c3, they have to stick to a certain set of guidelines to teach? And they can't get the teaching. They call us hate because we teaching the whole Bible. They call the pastor like he love when he ain't teaching nothing. Because if you was a messenger of the Lord of hosts, you'll be teaching the knowledge of God. And the knowledge of God is the law, statutes, and commandments. Read this right here, brother. Light. Watch this, sis. Remember George Zimmer? George Floyd?
Go ahead.
You remember, what's that brother? That brother they killed down in downtown? Bolton John. Sandra Bland. Santos. Remember them? Read this, huh?
The book of Zechariah, chapter 10, verse 2.
Mm-hmm.
For the idols have spoken vanity, and
No, 11 and 5. 11 and 5. They hold themselves not guilty.
Zechariah 11 and 5. Whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty.
Are we their possession? What's your last name? Is that a Israelite last name? I know it's not. Because it'll be Israel at the end of the thing. Yasharallah. Mine ain't no Israelite last name. I got a white man last name. All of us got white people last name. Now if you was from Nigeria, you'll have a Nigerian name. If you was from China, you'll have a Chinese name. But we got our possessor's name. And we be running around, I'm a Lewis. I'm a Jackson, proud of it. This is your possessor's name. So it say whose possessors, what did it say?
Slay them.
Slay them, and what?
Hold themselves not guilty.
And then they hold themselves not guilty. They still doing it today. They are killing us, and then they hold themselves not guilty. We don't?
And they that sell them themselves not guilty. And they that sell them say, blessed be the Lord, for I am rich.
And they praise the Lord. They got Satan, because they rich off the backs of the Israelites. That's how this, in God we trust. What God you think they talking about? Because it sure ain't the God of this Bible, with an all-seeing eye on the dollar bills, and New World Order written in Latin. You know what I'm saying? In God they don't trust, in Satan they trust. This is a Luciferian government that we living under. This ain't even conspiracy theories. If the government makes you do pagan holidays, is it not a Luciferian government? And that's what we trying to tell our people. We ain't doing nothing on our own. You have to break the things that we've been taught. That's why they send us to school. Say they don't teach you to be a boss. They don't teach you how to do taxes. They don't teach you how to get a mortgage. They teach you how to be a good worker, to be a good slave. That's what they teach you. You know what I'm saying? All they want is a nation of slaves after the industrial era. Since they couldn't force us to be slaves, then we put the 13th Amendment out there, and if they go catch some felonies, we're going to put in their way. They're going to be a slave in prison. Or they can be a willing working slave that can walk around with liberty and think they free, because they don't know who they are. So, God is trying to wake us up. He really telling us not to worry about them. But it's our people who always bring them up. Then when we start coming with facts and truth, then we a hate group. We will much rather talk to our people about the teachings of Christ. Because Christ said we must love each other. We can't even worry, like, this your daughter? Have you ever told your daughter? You got a sister? You got siblings? If you had a sibling, if she had a sibling, would you tell her to go outside and love everybody out there before you tell her to love her sister or her brother? No. So why do we think we're supposed to bypass our people that don't know who they are, single marrieds, single women, orphans, men that's downtrodden, people that don't know who they are? We're supposed to bypass them. And I could have sworn Christ said he went to poor, and the lonely. I thought Christ went to them. We the poor. So he was an Israelite. He went to Israelites. And he started teaching, say, brother, you need to get the hate out your heart and love your brothers. Sister, you need to love your sisters. When he told them sin no more, when they tried to hem the sister up, they said committed adultery, he knew how wicked those people were. He told the sister, sin no more. But that's after he told everybody, who is without sin, cast the first stone. Our people so busy trying to cast the first stone at each other that we ain't even focusing on our own sin. We so busy trying to call each other out for their wrong that we ain't gonna talk about our wrong and hold ourselves accountable. This is what Christ was teaching us to do. Forget everybody else. If we love each other, we ain't gotta worry about the white man. If we love each other, we ain't gotta worry about the Chinese man. But because we don't love each other, they know this, because they had a part in it and a hand in it. That's why in our neighborhoods, we don't own nothing. That's why in our neighborhoods, you got the Chinese man on the beauty supply store, the Chinese store, the Chinese food store, the Arab man on the corner store, Chinese man on the laundry mat. They own everything, we don't own nothing. Because we hate each other. Because we've been taught to love the other people. Because we think that John 3:16 is talking about everybody. Get that from it, bro. Give me Hebrews 11:2. So I can show the sister that one scripture that our people know. They don't know John 3:1. They don't know John 3:14. They don't know John 3:17. But we all know John 3:16, right? So we're going to go precept upon precept to prove that it wasn't talking about everybody else. Because at that time, the Romans was dominating us. The Romans the one put Christ on the cross. Christ didn't say love them. They the son of Satan. And then they commemorated, they're going to still, look what they did, sis. The Jewish people over there acting like they us in our homeland. And the other part of white man acting like they Christians. And they worshiping Lucifer. You could pull up the Catholic Church singing to Lucifer. And that's the headquarters of paganism in the Vatican Church.
But that's on them.
But they dragging us with them. That's why we tell them, look, that's on them. That's why I said we would much rather talk to our people about loving each other. But it be our people who keep trying to say the white man, who keep jumping in his defense, who keep trying to say, well, God ain't talking about all of them. We don't even want to talk about them. We want to talk about us because it's our problem. We the one killing each other more than they killing us. That's because we hate each other.
Let me say this, as it relates to what you just said. I don't think that you all are haters. I respect you all for what you do.
Thank you.
And this is what me and my daughter do all the time. We just have good, wholesome conversations, dialogue all the time.
That's good.
So when we saw you all out here, she's been watching videos and all this type of thing. So she had, she had a question. So we were going back and forth because even though, and I love my people dearly, I think we are some of the most creative. But what I have been saying as it relates to what she had to say, she was posing a question like, do you think that black people are superior? And I'm like, I don't like the way that it just gave me chills just saying it.
Can I say that? I need what I asked for. See the question, she asked a good question. Are black people superior? Nope. Not black people. Israelites.
That's
Israelites
right.
gonna walk in the light of the Lord. That's what's gonna make us superior. In the spirit. And you can tell we superior in the flesh. Look at the Olympics, right? In every country in the world, they got us in their country. But they hate us though. But they want to win that gold medal. When America went against Hitler in 1936, who was winning all the medals? Jesse Owens and the other black people that was there with him. When he was saying the Aryan race was more superior than everybody else, Jesse Owens and crew went up there and swept the Olympics in 1936. And we've been doing it because that's why they didn't want to let us into their sports. That's why they didn't want to let us play baseball. We had the Negro League going on this whole time. They didn't want to let us play football. That's why we can't have no black colleges and universities. Why we can't have our best players? Because the big colleges keep getting them. And now they paying money. Because why? We are superior. What was that movie with the sisters in the NASA? Hidden Figures. Who did they need to figure out those They ain't go to the moon, my dad. But who they need to figure out their calculations for the math? Sisters. Who invented most of the stuff here in this country but couldn't get credit for it because the slave master took credit for it? We did. We are superior to them. That's why they have to keep hyping themselves up. They gotta fake a moon landing. They gotta drop a nuclear bomb. And don't you know they still ain't secure with themselves? We ain't got nothing and we secure with ourselves.
You think? I don't think so.
We are.
We're not.
No, we are.
Oh yeah, y'all.
I'm the teacher. Y'all let me deal with the sister. Y'all let me deal with the sister. I'm trying to make headway with the sister. Because it was a question posed. Are black people superior? No. But Israelites, when we are in unity under the law, statutes, commandments, we are. That's why they keeping us from doing the law, statutes, commandments by teaching us Christianity and teaching us the white God and putting pork in everything, knowing that we're not supposed to eat pork, but they put it in everything to try to make us unclean. Why are they going through all these measures to try to keep us against the Bible? Because they know if we be with the Bible, we are superior. Read this for the sister.
This is a precept of Deuteronomy 7 and 6. This is 1 Peter 2 and 9. But ye are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood.
So we always say we royalty, right? We are royalty. But are black people royalty? No. Israelites are royalty. Read.
And holy nation, a peculiar people, that ye shall shew forth the praises of him who hath called you out of the darkness into his marvelous light.
Now when we doing this, showing forth the praises of him that brought us out of darkness into his marvelous lights, then we showing forth for who we really are. Because we stand out here bold as a lion. We don't care about no police. We don't care about nobody coming against us. We gonna stand firm in the truth of the Most High God and in truth, period. And that's what this place don't like. Babylon means confusion. So that's why it's all this confusion going around and our people getting caught up in it. So, because this is the reason why they do it, sis. They know once we come back into the fullness of who we are, their time is over with. Like in the words of Biggie, what you think all the guns is for? All-purpose war. What you think all the nukes is for? Mutual self-destruction. If it was like how they say they already wouldn't need all that. They got nukes pointed at each other, ready to commit suicide. Because their time is short. And when that time is over, it's our time to be back, but we gotta be in order. Black people can't run nothing right now. We can't even stand to be around each other for too long for a fight gonna break out. Because we can't control our spirit with one another. We get offended by every little thing, but we offend more than anybody to each other.
Why?
Because we've been taught to through the Willie Lynch.
Okay.
This is what that Willie Lynch at.
That's
the Willie Lynch.
fine, but I'm...
Sister, no, you gotta understand. If somebody got total control over you, total, that they can't even go to jail for murdering one of us because we they slave, they gonna program you. Have you heard of COINTELPRO? They gonna make sure they keep tabs on us. The Black Panthers fell because they put spies up in there. The Civil Rights Movement fell because they put spies. They gonna keep a tab on us every chance they get, and they gonna use one of us to bring it down.
That's fine, but that's just like growth.
Go to the beginning.
If you have been taught something as a child, and when you become an adult and you realize, well, mama or daddy, uncle, auntie, grandma, grandpa, they didn't teach me correctly. Now I know the truth. So you change your ways, correct? When you grow, you change your ways if you were taught something as a child that you now realize is incorrect.
How many people do that?
There's not a lot. That's not, my point is, at some point we have to grow. And even though all of these things have taken place and they ruled over us and all this, at some point we grow and realize the truth and we go our own way. So
Hold
my
on,
thing
sis.
is,
You said we go our own way. That's the problem right there. Niggas go their own way. We got to come together. It ain't no going up. As long as we go our own way, that's how they divided the sheep. We scatter sheep. That's why we in the situation we in. A sheep is a flock, right? Sheep is supposed to be together. Christ said he came for the lost sheep of the house of Israel. That's to bring them back into the fold to the point where he say, if you lose one, he'll leave the 99 to go get the one. But if you go run off by yourself, oh, I'm a Moor, oh, I'm a Christian, and I'm a Muslim, then we ain't even in the same flock. So how can we work together? We cannot. That's the division that they set amongst it. They use women against man. They use religion. Religion gonna divide you off the rip. You know what I'm saying? They use money, economics. They have used all, like they take one player, who they take? Jackie Robinson, right? The Negro League is busting. We gonna take one. But he gotta be a docile thing. And I'm not knocking Jackie Robinson. But he can't be talking back, he can't get mad, not as if he didn't get mad, because he did. But we can't have him popping off. And make him be the token and the example of how they want us to be. We in the Negro League, we clowning, we dancing, we doing all types of stuff, having fun, because we a different nation from them. But if you want to be over here with us, with the money, you got to act like this. So then there's going to be some people who going to sell out, just like in the days of slavery. When Nat Turner went to rebel, that one nigga went to go tell his slave master and messed the rebellion up. All it takes is one. It can be 99 people together, and that one that ran on Christ went to go get was the one who went and told him. So the whole thing, and I'm agreeing with you about it. You should progress, but this is the thing. Where are they teaching us our heritage so we could progress? That study teaching us Americanized European stuff. That's not us. That's why they get mad when we dance. We scoring all the touchdowns, but we get a flag because we dance. That's us. We the salt of the earth. We the spirit that's in this thing. We the seasoning in the gumbo. But over here up under them, no, you can't do that. Why? Because they ain't got no season. That's a tech. That's aggressive celebration. But if we was in the land of Israel and we did it, everybody think about an HBCU football game. If the coach dancing like Deion was in Jackson State, everybody in the stadium dancing. The referees dancing. The kicker dancing. And that's our flavor. Oh, but you come over here to the Big 12, you can't do any of that. That's where the money at though. So they use economics to divide us. You got that right there? The division. Read that for me.
This is the book of Willie Lynch. Letter. Take this simple little list of differences and think about them. On top of my list is age, but it is there only because it starts with an A. The second is color or shade. There is an intelligence, size, sex, status.
Right there with the color. Now we all know the color. The little dark-skinned girl and the little light bright girl. They go both ways. If the dark-skinned girl around too many people who light or white, they're gonna try to talk about her color like it's a bad thing, when it's a great thing because the Most High gave her melanin. But you go around, the light-skinned girl come around the dark-skinned people, they go, oh, she thinks she's better than everybody else. She thinks because she got good hair. Who said she had good hair? Because the Lord said that that's recessive genes. To have a lack of melanin, blue eyes, blonde hair, that's recessive genes because they come from us. So to have kinky hair and dark skin and melanin, that's a blessing from the Lord.
That's right.
Because the sun don't hate you. But the sun hates you if you have less of melanin. And 9 times out of 10, the slave master tainted that pool. But they use the color. That's a major thing in our culture. Go down to South and Central America. Oh my gosh, they more racist than up here to their own people. So color is the main thing. Today we got this women versus men thing. Why is it women versus men when we are supposed to be together? It ain't no comparison between women and men because women have their things that the Lord made them to do and men have their things that he made them to do. And however you work it out in your household, that's y'all business. So how we gonna let somebody from the outside try to say, well, she's supposed to be cooking, he's supposed to be doing it. You don't know how they work, you don't know how they was raised. And he might like cooking better than her.
Exactly.
He might like.
That's my point, brother. That is my point.
So
in all these individual households, my point is, you don't know what that mother or father is teaching that young lady or young man about as it relates to relationship or whatever. When you're asking the question, why Because a lot of times they listen to their mama on the phone. They listen to their sister on
That's
the
right.
phone.
Come on,
That's right.
come on.
Talking about dogging the brother,
That's right.
dogging
Come
their
on.
baby daddy or whoever it is. So again, it's growing up hearing this type of thing. And then you have these little girls growing into young women, growing into women saying, oh, my baby daddy, and screw him, and this, that, and the third. But it's individual households that teach. But again, when you grow and you obtain knowledge and you get understanding for yourself, then, I mean, when I say people go their own way, that's just like with my daughter and the things that I taught her and instilled in her. You know, those things, a lot of those things won't hurt. And a lot of the things, now that she's an adult, she can tell me I don't agree with that. Or maybe, again, we have healthy dialogue and she'll say, just like the conversation we had, I don't agree. She agrees with one thing, I agree with something else. That's fine.
Get the Titus.
But that's not going to make her say, well, because you think that way, or whatever, I'm going to go and I'm going to do this, that, or the third on my own. She's still going to have the things that I've instilled in her. But again, that's each individual.
Yes, each
household.
individual. Because this is the thing too. You need mother and father.
Absolutely.
All this I'm your daddy stuff, that's got to stop, because a woman is not no daddy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And daddies got to stop leaving their children as if they don't need them.
Absolutely.
But we got to put everything in perspective. Everything happens for a reason. Everybody, every move, decision you make, every action is a reaction.
Right.
So when you're young and you don't know stuff, you doing stuff out of emotion, because it's an emotional place. It's not a logical, common sense place. They're teaching emotions here. So men are emotional, women are emotional, and they're making decisions out of emotion. Like take 48 hours, for instance. A lot of them killings is coming from somebody being in their feelings. They ain't got nothing to do with nothing. You look at, what was that about? Nothing. They done killed somebody, done lost their life to the prison system because they was in their feelings. And it's like, who's really teaching the children? A good parent, would a good parent let their children listen to Megan Stallion?
They know.
Cardi B? What's the other one? Sexy Red, Glorilla, Stanky Red, Dirty Red.
But that's what the children, especially now, these babies are being tainted with all of that bull.
And that's why they paying them all the millions of dollars to do it. Because a good parent would stop that, put a blockade on that. I don't care if you got to block their phone and you got to not let them have a phone. Because if they get a hold to this stuff, I heard the music. And I'm telling you straight up, put it on Cardi B Pandora station and listen to everything they saying now. They telling the daughters to be sleazy hoes.
Absolutely.
I have an abortion before I try to trap you. Booty hole brown and this and that and that.
Let's not, please.
But this is what they putting out here. It's an astonishment that women is talking like this. But we not propagating that. Who's propagating? The one with the money. Who is the ones not giving money to the brothers who talking consciously? Who is the one not giving money to the sisters that's doing the spoken word? But they gonna give it to a low down dirty scoundrel that's talking like that and then put it on the radio like it's right. And our people are going for a while because that money. So they can put on the chain, they can say they flashing. So you willing to sell your soul. They willing to sell their soul for the money. So everything nowadays is about the bag. That's what that's their God, money. And that's what we out here trying to show our people. That's not your God. It can't move, it can't walk, it can't talk, it can't do nothing to you. But the Creator can do everything. And it's like, as long as we keep following the bag, envy thou not the oppressor. What you got? We need to follow our book because the book is wisdom. Read this.
This is the book of Titus, chapter 2, verse 3. The aged woman, likewise, that they be in behavior as become holiness, not false accuser, not giving too much wine, teacher of good things.
Now, how many sisters you know fit in that profile? I have seen families with the man there, when a woman had on some short skirts, shorts with her butt hanging out, and then they got the little baby and some shorts. And I'm like, what? So he don't even care. He don't care that they propagating pedophiles around here, homosexuality, and all types of abominable things. This man with his family not even doing it. You got me messed up. But the way, say the woman, see because he won't even say that. See, a lot of men don't want to have that battle what they want. We chose to have that battle because we know what's right. I got 3 daughters. I can't have my daughters go. My whole job is to make sure my daughters ain't no whores.
That's right.
It's this.
So I got to do everything. If I got to battle with their mama, if I got to marry their mama, and we battling the whole time just so they can get through where they need to get through without being a whore, I do that. If I got to battle her, to tell her to be a good example, for them, I'm willing. That's what a man of the Lord gonna do.
That's right.
He ain't gonna roll over, you know, that's my girl, man, you know, I'm a supporter anyway. No, that's first Adam. That's what first Adam did. That's why we all got death now. But if he would have did what he was taught to do. See, the symbolism of Eve, Adam, and the serpent, it's the black man, the black woman, and the white man. And people don't know that. And say that's what the white man doing right now. Oh, we got these subsidies for the sisters. We got these grants for the black women. We need the black woman vote. Ain't nothing about the black man. Oh, you don't need no man, you independent. Have this white woman come up here with the feminist movement. Them ain't number lesbians, dragging sisters with them. Well, y'all need to be independent from us for. We've been saved here together. They ain't just bring us. They brought y'all, the children, their grandmama, granddaddy, everybody. But now all of a sudden, we need to be y'all need to be independent from us. We gotta understand these tactics that they using against us. How do y'all vote count when the damn votes don't even count? If it's going off of how the popular vote don't count, they got the electoral college and they showing you every election. Oh, you need 276 electoral college votes to win. Who the hell is the electoral college? But he got 5,500 million popular vote. But that don't count. If it was a vote and every vote count, then every vote that's counted would be the determining factor. But instead, let's go over here to what did Donald Trump try to steal? He didn't try to steal no popular votes. He tried to steal the electoral college votes. See, they doing this right here. Look at his hand, look at his hand, look at this. Wow! And we study falling for it with the religion, with the economics. We go in the bank, try to get a house mortgage. We gotta go through all extra red tape, jump through hoops, gotta bring papers that these other people ain't gotta bring. And if you say something about them, why you bringing them up? See, there go black people complaining again. Slavery, are you bringing that up? Why you bringing that up? Because we still in it. We still in it. And our people think that something changed. Sister, I promise you, I've been thinking about this. I'm a history buff. I'm just trying to figure out when things change, because they still the same psychopath serial killers they did. They still the same holding us back. When we came out of slavery in 1865, by 1920-something, we busted. Remember the movie Rosewood? Remember Tulsa, Oklahoma? Why would they burn our cities down? We was moving too fast for them. And these niggas just got out of slavery. How they already surpassing us? We got the bomb net. They the terrorists. They drop bombs on their own cities. Because they refuse to let us. They say we equal, but why we can't never get it? Why they drop drugs in our community? Crack. Because they gotta keep saying, oh, we made it through that. We made it through the civil rights. We made it through the 70s. Oh, they still here. They raise kids. Let's put crack in the communities. Then let's penalize them that they get caught with one crack rock. They going to jail for life. But the white boy get caught with cocaine. He just get a little slap on the wrist. Because these are not our laws. This is not our judicial system. We keep fooling ourselves. Instead of believing in Christ and the Bible, we want to keep believing in this country. This country will never have our best interests at heart. It's not supposed to, because this is not our home. This is not our place of rest. This ain't our style of living. This ain't the way we supposed to live. And another people is ruling over us. So, if we did hate, we got all reasons to. How many brothers over here have been stopped by the police and harassed by the police for nothing? But I tell you this, it don't happen no more. Since we've been the man of the Lord, say brothers, since you've been a man of the Lord, how many times you been harassed by the police not while teaching the Bible?
Not while teaching?
not while teaching the Bible. I done had the police call on me more teaching the Bible than I did when I was selling dope.
got harassed today.
Yeah, they pulled up today. They couldn't do nothing though, because we know we ain't doing nothing wrong. But when we was selling dope, we was the weed man, everybody called us. Now we pushing Bible, don't nobody want to talk to us. You see that? Because Israel said that the biggest threat to them is the unity of the black community. Why? Because they've been pretending to be us this whole time since we've been in slavery. And now we waking up, they can't even contest us that we are the Hebrew Israelites. They don't even say they Hebrew Israelites. They say they're Jews because they did live, they say they're Israelis, and they say Jews because Herod was a so-called white man at the time of Jesus, and they was right there, living in Judea, working with the Romans. So they said, so we in Judea, Romans called everybody there Jews, they kept that. I don't care for the name because I never lived in Judea, but we are the Israelites. And they never say they're the Israelites. They can't. They are Edomites, and they know it. So that's why that term black and white came about after the Renaissance era, so they can make people forget who they are, and we can forget who we are, and we can get to this point right here, and we got to do this all over again, just like Christ did. Paul was the apostle to the Gentiles. The Gentiles that he went to was Israelites that went into slavery that didn't know they was Israelites. That's what he did. Christ went to the Gentiles of Samaria. Those were northern kingdom Israelites who had been in slavery worshiping other gods that didn't know they was Israelites. The Jews knew they were Israelites. And he did it to make them jealous because they was going off. So this Bible explains the history of the Israelites. And Christ is our king. He was the baby king at the time. That's why Herod tried to kill him. They killed every person that was part of the lineage. And just like in a movie, you got that one little baby that's like in Wakanda. At the end of the second Wakanda, they showed that he had a son. That's the same thing with us. Matter of fact, those two movies are really reflecting us. Because the Yucatan Mexicans that they was portraying, those were Northern Kingdom Israelites. That's why he kept coming to her, trying to tell her we need to work together and handle this thing. Man, I got chills watching that movie because they really put it down in that movie who we really were. So the whole thing about Christ, he came back to put the nation back together. So when we put on the spirit of Christ of forgiving one another, look at this, I'm a warrior. You cannot fight a war with forgiveness to your enemy. You gonna die. They ain't got no forgiveness. We don't even got to do nothing. You walk through the wrong town and they lynch your brother. How many brothers they done killed? Them white men killed their brother at his job. He ain't do nothing to them. That's hate. We just stand revved up. But we work with white people. Like the brother said earlier, we can't go, man, I hate y'all, I hate Christmas. Acting like no, the Lord gave us wisdom.
That's right.
So we know how to maneuver. Because the Lord say, agree with your adversary quickly, right?
That's right.
So you gotta we smarter than that now. So we know how to maneuver in this place without showing we hate it. How to maneuver in this place and get what we need to get. But we also never gonna forget who our enemy is. See, that's what our people don't know. They don't know who the enemy is. So when the Lord say, and give me Matthew 5:43, I'm gonna tell you, you gotta go through stuff with our people to really understand where Christ's coming from. Because it took me a long time to understand when he said, be ye therefore perfect like your Father which is in heaven is perfect. And people say, you can't be perfect. You can't be perfect. Yes, you can. And I'm gonna show you how. Read this out.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 43. Ye have heard that it has been said, thou shalt love thy neighbor.
Now check this out. When we was in our own land, we wasn't living with white folks. When this was written, we was with our people. So your neighbor naturally was going to be your own people. So when it say love thy neighbor as yourself, just put yourself in your own land and not here. Because this is they say the melting pot. They want everybody to be here so everybody forget their heritage. But when we in our own land, he said love your neighbor. Sure enough. Read on.
And hate thine enemy.
He said back in the day it said to hate your enemy. But Christ finna say something different. Because how many Crips hate Bloods? And how many Bloods hate Crips? And VDs and Vice Lords and Gangster Disciples. This is the enemies that he's talking about. You gotta have a house in your house first. Read on.
But I say unto you, love your enemies, bless them that curse you, Do good to them that hate you, and pray for them which despiteful use you and persecute you.
When I told you it took me a long time to comprehend that. Because if you think about the other nations, you're like, I'm not even really around them. And I'm not gonna let them come close enough to use me and persecute me and curse, you know what I'm saying? Until you go through it. And you're not really, if you're trying to fight them back, your own people, you're not gonna get this. It's the moment that you say, peace be still, and I'm not gonna say a word back. Because when they say Christ, when they had God in their mouth towards him, he didn't have God. Give me that 2 Peter 2:21, or 1 Peter 2:21. Read on. So the people that's going to use you and curse you and persecute you is going to be your own people first. And especially your family. You be like, man, I ever people stab me in the back. That's what they do. But they ain't got Christ on. Read on.
That ye may be the children of your Father which is in heaven. For he made his sun to rise on the evil and on the good, and send rain on the just and on the unjust.
So he said, he finna go into it. Yeah, they love you, they hate you. Same with the Lord. You think all these people love the God of Israel? No, how can you love the God of Israel if you love Buddha? If you love Krishna? If you love Muhammad? How can you love the God of Israel? You can't. If you love Lucifer, if you love everything but keeping the commandments, you can't love them. So that's how we can prove the point that God don't love everybody. He just ain't persecuted them yet, but they don't love him. Because when we stop loving him, he put us in punishment. That's why we over here right now. Read on.
For if ye love them which love you,
if you only love the people, you only love your dog. Read on.
What reward have ye? Do not even the public, or do the public the same?
So if I just love the brothers that I know, I don't love nobody else. See, that's what people think we teaching hate. No, we teaching love. Well, we teaching love to one another first. Because if I just love these brothers that's right here, and I don't love the brothers in California, and I don't love the brothers in Atlanta, and the brothers in Illinois, what reward do I have? Read on.
And if ye salute your brother only, what do ye more than others? Do not even the publicans so?
So it's like, that's the same Crip and Blood stuff. If I'm only saluting Crips, because I'm a Crip, and I'm saying F them Bloods, I'm doing the same thing that the publicans do, that the sinners do. Read on.
Be ye therefore perfect, even as your Father which is in heaven is perfect.
So being perfect, go to 1 John 4:20. Read this.
1 Peter chapter 2:21. For even hereunto ye were ye called, because Christ also suffered for us, leaving us an example.
Christ, the whole thing about Christ, he was leaving us an example that we should follow. Read on.
Example that you should follow his steps, who did no sin.
Who did no sin, because sin is the breaking of laws. And when you break a law, you're really offending somebody. Like I said, if I steal from you, you're never going to trust me again. If I can sleep with another man's wife, he's never going to trust me again. When we get to breaking these laws that God gave us, we're breaking the trust of each other.
That's
which
right.
is going to cause division in the house, and the house cannot stand as that's divided, right? Read on.
Who did no sin, neither was God found in his mouth. Who when he was reviled not again. When he suffered, he threatened not, but committed himself to him that judges righteously.
So basically, how many times somebody talks about you and you done heard about it? If I go back and I got something to say to them, then I'm breaking all the laws. Let them talk. Christ let them talk. You know why? Because they judging don't mean nothing. If we commit ourselves to the one that judges righteously, we gonna be all right, because he gonna at least give us a fair shot. People ain't gonna give you no fair shot. All they trying to do is pull you out the spirit, so you can be beefing and it can be some drama, and I equate that to them wanting you to be in sin. Unconsciously, they want you to be in sin, because if they be doing wickedness, they want you to do wickedness too. That's all it's about. So we here to be an example to our people like Christ was to us, and we teaching love. on how we should be with one another. Because that perfect love is when that brother over there, he don't like me. I know he don't like me. And this brother over here, he like me. Well, instead of indulging with the hate with their brother, brother, I love you, keep it moving, but I'm not going to get mad about it. I'm not going to talk about this brother. I'm not going to do nothing about it. I'm going to be just like Christ. And this brother, I'm going to love this brother the same. That's perfection in love. And that's the perfection everybody say they can't do. But they can love the white man, but they can't do it with their own people. See, the white man have taught them to love all the other nations, but neglected to teach them to love each other. See, the Bible is reverse of that. That's why in that Willie Lynch, it started with the differences to make us hate each other. But the Bible is telling us, thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart, nor bear a grudge against the children of thy people. Get that from me. I'm going to let these sisters go. Leviticus 19 and 17. Leviticus 19 and 17. Hold that right there.
The book of Leviticus chapter 19 and verse 17. And it reads thus. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart.
They say we shouldn't hate who?
Thy brother in thine heart. Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor.
If somebody has committed offense against you, it's our job, the person that feel offended, to go to that person and talk to them. How many people you know do that? They don't. They go tell somebody else, that tells somebody else, then come back around at you, and now it's a whole bunch of mess, because everybody else in it. But the Bible actually tells you to go to that person and them alone and chop it up with them. If they hear you, then gain a brother or sister. If they don't, you come with 2 or 3 witnesses that try to hash this thing out. You don't get 2 or 3 witnesses to make it worse. You get 2 or 3, and they come to fight. You get 2 or 3 witnesses to try to settle this thing. You know?
Rebuke thy neighbor and not suffer sin upon him.
If we love each other, we wouldn't want that sin to be on you. If I feel like you committed sin against me, maybe you did it on purpose, maybe you didn't know you did it. But if I come to you and we talk it out, we can get some understanding. If you did it on purpose, then we hash it out how we need to. But if you didn't, then I got the understanding of that. And that's my responsibility if I feel offended to come to that person, right? Read this next part. Because this is the most important part. Because a lot of people do this right now.
Thou shalt not avenge nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people.
We shouldn't try to avenge ourselves with our people. We shouldn't bear a grudge against our people.
But thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
You see, it's talking about our people. That's our neighbor. We was in Israel at the time that this was written. So we shouldn't bear a grudge, and we shouldn't try to avenge ourselves, because if we trust in the Most High God, He's going to avenge us. He said, vengeance is mine, said the Lord. That's where our faith come into play. If you truly believe in the Most High God, then you understand, even with the white man, He's going to avenge us. We don't have to lay a hand on nobody. We've seen things happen when somebody came against us and instant judgment happened to them. But they waiting for us to do something. They want us to do something. See, this is what we talking about. They're a hate group. We're not going to touch you. We're going to let the Lord touch you. So let's leave the sisters with this right here.
This is 1 John chapter 4, verse 20. If a man say, I love God, and hate his brother, he is a liar.
So how many people you think out here saying they love God, but then they hate their own people, or hate somebody of their people? That person is a liar. See, this is the thing about it. You cannot love God unless you love your people. If you don't, then you're a liar. And that's how you get to the difference. That's how you get to the point of this whole thing. If you truly got on Christ, you're not going to hate your own people. We don't.
For he that loved not his brother whom he had seen, how can he love God whom he had not seen?
Read on.
And this commandment have we from him, that he who love God love his brother also.
We out here for love, not for hate. Because we understood, we was taught to hate our people. We was taught to hate women through the music, through the movies. We was taught to hate each other through the music and the movies. But now we understand that we can't be like that. But our life is a whole lot better, because now we got brothers that we can trust and we can walk in the light with. And that's what they scared of right here. They ain't scared of no gang of niggas with no guns. They scared of a gang of brothers, Israelites with the Bibles.
That's right.
So when they say they teaching hate, reverse everything they say here, because this is hell that we living in, and Satan is running it. So anything that they teaching, you got to reverse it. If they say they went to the moon, you know that's a lie. If they say the earth is a globe, you know that's a lie. If they say that the sky is purple, you know it's a lie. They are the deceivers of the earth. We are the children of God. They are the children of Satan. As simple as that. So when we talk about the so-called white man, show me the good that he has done. And I'll show you all the destruction that he has done. We ain't dropped napalm on the people that invaded their country. We ain't dropped nuclear bombs on Tokyo, on Japan. We ain't took the natives and the blacks and the Spanish into slavery. We ain't did none of that. The most damage we have done it to ourselves. And that's what we out here trying to reverse. We're not trying to reverse the white man or the Chinese man or nothing they did. We trying to help reverse the spirit of our people. And the only way to do that is with truth. And this place hates truth. That's why I want to commend you sisters for seeking truth, for dialoguing about truth, for being open-minded to listen to your brothers, because they have put a block on that. We be places, sisters just walk by like they don't even see us. But I'll be like, it's 18 brothers out here with Bibles. Ain't that interesting? Let me see what's going on. But they don't do that because they already programmed. They're getting ready for Christmas. They worship another God. So I want to commend you sisters for taking time. You got God first. That's right. Because we are nothing without the Most High God. In the name of Hamashiach Yahweh. That's what Jesus' real name is. Yahweh.
That's right.
So they put another name, they put another face, and another doctrine on our stuff. They atheists in real life. Or Luciferians or whatever you want, because if you don't believe in the creator like you're supposed to, if you worship another God, then you might as well be an atheist. But the thing is, when we be down to develop, they'll mention to you. That's why white folks don't have a lot of babies. Atheists don't have a lot of babies. Those people that's fighting for abortion, bunch of lesbians, trannies, homosexuals, they not planning on having no babies. They call y'all cis women and then try to fight for abortion. You see this messed up place we live in? That's how we know the time is short. So we got to get back to keeping the law, such commandments, because that's what brings unity amongst our people. That's the only thing we tried. Civil rights, we tried marching, Black Panthers, the Moors, we tried Muslims.
Marcus Garvey.
We tried fighting, we tried go back to Africa, we tried everything. None of it's going to work. Because we got to do what the Lord made. That's the whole thing. If you make something for a specific purpose, but you try to change the purpose of that thing, is it going to work correctly? No. And we were made to be the servants of the Most High God.
That's right.
And that's how we going to be better than everybody else. If we don't, we're going to be less than everybody else, and that's in the curses that he put on us. He said that we going to be the tail, and the people that was around us was going to be the head. All praise?
All praise.
All praise.
Did we answer y'all questions, though?
Yes.
All praises. That's what we here for.
Thank you.
Kwam Yashala.
Sisters, Kwam Yashala.
Kwam Yashala.
Kwam Yashala.
Kwam Yashala.
Kwam Yashala.
Kwam Yashala.
Man, y'all let me be up here all day.